Okay, so we're going to talk about exercise oxygen. And the predominant form that exercise oxygen can come in is you can get small portable oxygen tanks or the larger E2 portable oxygen tanks. In addition to that, you can get a portable oxygen concentrator that can run off a battery pack. The key thing is that, once you get to anything above, say, 3 liters per minute, you're going to need to go to the E-tanks, which are the oxygen tanks that I have here. And these tanks will take you up to 15 liters per minute with the regulator that I have. And that's really going to be essential as you start trying to exercise once your pulmonary fibrosis gets to some of the more advanced stages. The setup that I'm showing you here is a carrier with 2 of the E-tanks. And the reasons that you will want to think about using 2 of the E-tanks are twofold. The first reason is that if you're only carrying 1 tank and you're going on a trail or on a walk that's not a loop and it's one way, knowing when you need to turn around can be a real challenge. And what you don't want to do is get stuck running out of oxygen before you've gotten back to wherever your return destination is. So having a second tank can let you really enjoy your walk and not have to worry about turning around all the time. And it also provides you a lot more security knowing that you're going to have enough oxygen to finish your walk. The second consideration behind having 2 E-tanks is that in the event you have a problem, for me, the main challenge would be an unexpected coughing spasm. You have the benefit of having 2 tanks. If you have 2 regulators, like I'm showing you here, that you can turn on concurrently in order to get twice as much oxygen flow to try to get you through that coughing spasm. So to me, at least, having the security of the second tank was a huge plus and really helpful. The E-tanks are fairly simple to use, but I did want to share a few tips. One is that as you put the tank into the carrier, it's awfully easy to inadvertently put it on top of your tube and to pinch off the flow in your tube. So just make sure when you put it in that you don't set it right on top of your tube, because when you most need it, you'll find or realize you're not getting the oxygen that you want. And the place that you want to be careful for is right down here at the foot or base of the tank where it sits. The other thing that I want to point out is that in order to turn on the flow of oxygen, you use a key or a wrench. And in my case, I found that a little crescent wrench is a lot easier to use than the plastic key that they gave me. And you use a key and you just turn it like this. Well, to turn this on, you turn it counterclockwise and you'll suddenly see the pressure go up. Well, the key thing is it only takes about a quarter turn for the pressure to go all the way up. And you think, I've got it turned on, I'm good to go. Well, what you'll find out is if you turn it up to 15 liters per minute, you're not getting enough oxygen going through that valve to really give you 15 liters per minute. So go ahead and turn it like a full turn, not just a quarter turn, so that you're getting all the oxygen flowing through it. Those are really the 2 kind of key gotchas that you might watch out for. The other is that there's a little plastic piece that can fall out sometimes. And if you're trying to seat this valve and it's not working and oxygen is whooshing out, it probably just means you lost that little washer. Well, look around and you'll find it. Put that back in place and you'll be good to go. Those are the key things about using the E-tanks, and they can be hugely helpful. The final thing I think I'd mention is I've been advised not to put them in a car that will be exposed to higher temperatures because they could explode. I'm not quite sure at what level that's a concern, but it is something to pass on. You do want to have some backups. You don't want to be in a situation where you run out. But as you do that, just be mindful about what kind of temperature those are going to be exposed to. You wouldn't want to leave them in a really hot car in the sun for an extended period of time, or you might have an issue. So be aware of that, and then get out there and have fun and get out for those walks.